New since 5, a group of housing advocates are riling up the Gem City with a new initiative. It adds more tenant protections, cracking down on unsafe rental properties.
The group is called rile, which stands for Register, Inspect, and License Residential Rental Properties in Quincy. WGEM's Claire Edlin spoke with them today about their plan and how they plan to make it all happen. Claire?
Right now, Quincy does not have a proactive housing inspection program, so many tenants could be living in buildings that aren't up to code. A new referendum aims to change that.
Quincyans for registration, inspection, and licensing enactment.
Martha Walden says rile was formed out of concern for home renters in Quincy who could be living in unsafe housing from neglectful landlords.
And right now the city of Quincy does not have any registration for properties. It does not know what rental units are really out there. And they also don't have a proactive inspection program, so they don't know what condition the rentals are in.
She says rile has now rallied up 1,500 signatures for a proposed ordinance that will go on the April ballot. If enacted, landlords will have to register their property, and the city will conduct strict inspections on a regular basis. Supporters like Lisa Wagoda with the Safe and Livable Housing Committee says oftentimes she sees tenants getting blamed for landlords' responsibility. A couple of examples she sees a lot at this time of year is rental units that don't have a working furnace or outlets that don't work. Regardless, Wagoda says the overall goal is to create better transparency between the tenants, the landlords, and the city to make sure rental properties in Quincy are safer. Walden says landlords would have to pay a registration fee, and that would help pay for those additional inspections should that ordinance go through. Live in Quincy, Claire Edlin, WGEM News.
All right, thank you, Claire. The election is on April 1st, and we'll have more detailed ballot information on our website, WGEM.com.